Peace, everybody. What's going on? This is, of course, yours truly, HB Harold Branch. To be technical, Harold Gregory Branch the third. I am the third in the line of Harold Branches. My son is the fourth, and that's why we call him Quattro. And if my daughter would have been, if Ella would have been born first, we would have called her Harold too. Period. We're crazy like that. Nah, it's good to be here with you all this evening as I welcome you all to check us out. Come on, see what's going on, what's happening as we have our nightly decompression, as we spend time with you all to talk about briefly different topics that can allow us to decompress, maybe give us some strategies to take some stress off of our souls, our spirits, lighten our energy, lighten our moods, and all of that. We will officially start at the top of the hour, but I am here to greet everyone, and I get to greet my sister, Heather Jenkins. Heather, what's up, baby? Out there in Hawaii. I love you. I miss you as well. For another breakdown, see, my nickname is HB. My mama nicknamed me HB3 because it was 1978, and she said when I was born, I looked like a robot like R2D2. So I don't know. So my full nickname is HB3. Any of you that want to do that, you're welcome to it. Jennifer, what's going on, sis? Oh my God, it's definitely good to check you out as well. It's been years. So with the nickname like HB, because people always shorten your nicknames, especially black folk. So it goes from HB3 to HB to H. Pretty soon people just gonna call me. They just gonna breathe hard, you know what I mean? And say hi, but the HB stands for a lot of different things. One of the things it stands for is Heather's brother. So good to see you, baby girl. What's going on, Sedona? Good to see you. Welcome out. I'm glad that you're here as well. Family, we're gonna have a good discussion tonight that I'm excited to have with our obviously amazing co-host, Dr. Angela Kenzslowe. Amazing person, amazing spirit. You know what I mean? Carlos, what's up, big dog? Good to see you, sir. Carlos is my trainer. So he's been having me on the workout mode. So he got my t-shirts fitting a little better these days. You know what I mean? So grateful for that. Body by Carlos, right? FaceTime trainer. It's quarantine, so we not seeing each other at all. You know what I'm saying? So keep chiming in, everybody. Send this out to everyone so they could chime in as well. Elizabeth, it's our pleasure doing this. It's good to see you this evening as well. We love it. We love being here for you all and just trying to put some good energy out here for everyone. My little brother Chris, what's up, nephew? Good to see you on here as well. And family, we're going to get started. Our topic today, we're going to discuss worry and some different aspects of that. And we're happy to do that. We are. And I want to introduce to you my co-host, doctor in psychology. She is a psychologist, and honored to know her. She has achieved things that I'm looking forward to achieving. My respect for her. I always talk about my love for her, my honor for her, but please understand my respect for her is on a whole nother level. If I had never known her personally, then she would still be revered as the amazing individual that she is. She works with our military and is a veteran herself. And we are happy to have not just her insights, but her spirit in the way she delivers those insights. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you can't deliver it and connect with the people, your knowledge means nothing. Communication is everything. And so with that said, I want to bring on Dr. Angela. Hey now.
Man, I promise you every night that just I could be in the most and just sitting here, I think everyone should have an opportunity in their life to just sit and listen to how someone talks about you when you're not in the room, right? Like I'm listening, so he knows I'm in the room, but it just feels really good. Thank you, HB. HB3.
Yeah, right on. Exactly.
I knew that already, right?
Yep. You know, it's easy when you're speaking the truth about folks. That's when I don't put myself in positions to introduce people that I can't be honest about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you make it easy. Thank you for making introducing you to the world easy. And the goal is just for them to understand the magnitude of your phenomenalness. You overstand.
You're a mess.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, HB3.
Welcome. Family, we are here to spend a little bit of time, and we love doing it. I've been enjoying this so much. I really have. And I hope you've been getting as much out of this as I have. Dr. Angela, has this been a good experience for you?
This has been really good. You know, we're faring towards the end of our third week. For those of you who've been with us this entire time, know that the first day I actually had dread as I was driving to my home thinking, I still have to work. I got to be on. And as I was driving, I made the decision, absolutely not. I have to be genuine. I have to be true to myself and authentic to myself. And for those who know me, when I get home, you know, I've taken a shower already. I'm really in my pajamas, but I put on a sweater so y'all can't tell. I don't have on a lick of makeup, but some lip gloss. And I think it's important to do what we say for others to do. And so if we're taking this time to decompress, I have to be true to myself and do the things that allow me to decompress. So because of all that, and I've changed and reframed my thinking, and I'm not looking at this as work, I do get a second wind. So I'm going to sleep a lot later because I am on, right? HB, we are on. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, I get to still just be peaceful in my space. And this doesn't intrude on my peace. It gives me peace, but it does wake me up.
Without a doubt. And that is something we will be handling next week. We will be adjusting the times a little bit, so that we can decompress ourselves and turn our brains off and actually get to sleep at a decent time. So that message will be out. I'll be sending that out to everyone and responding to threads. And we'll let you know tomorrow for sure exactly what time we're looking at. But we're also getting a lot of people that want to participate more from the Midwest Coast. Yeah. So I want to push them into 11 o'clock times and 10 p.m. times just to connect with us. So it'll be after work, but it'll be before now, probably before the sun goes down, even though in the evening. So excuse me. With that said, let's go ahead and dive into our topic. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I, like many of you, get a chance to have conversations with a lot of people that I care about and to help process all the things going on these days. It's hard to process alone. So it's good to talk to folks with whom you respect their thought process and how they conclude and figure things out. And so many of the people that I've talked to have a level of worry. I got to talk to my sister who tested positive, and she's going through her corona process right now. So I'm very grateful. I got to speak to her, and she's going to be okay, right? But still struggling with some pieces of it. My point is, there's a lot of worry out here. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of worry for we all probably have family members that may not be taking the same steps concerning corona as we deem that they need to, what we may deem as responsible. They may have a different set of what they feel is responsible and operating by their set of rules versus ours, which have us worried about them, worried about other family members, worried about transmission. I think the COVID thing really has us in that space. And obviously the other things going on with the police and all of the great movement that's happening. This could really just be a beautiful, nonviolent, just totally gorgeous remaking of America and fixing things that should have been fixed years and years ago. However, there's always people that don't want change to happen, pushing back hard, and sometimes pushing back aggressively. And that could be some worry as well.
Yeah.
Right. So really wanted to just touch on that topic, and there's nobody better to talk about this with and have this dialogue. That's why I'm glad we speak together, because they experience a dialogue from some different backgrounds. You know, I come from that poetry, artistic, motivational background. You define
where did I start?
You are an artist as well, a poet as well, but you are absolutely clinical in your profession now.
So let me clarify. You are a poet. You are a poet. I do poetry. There is a huge difference.
Respect.
There are people who are golfers. I play golf.
Okay. Okay, got it. So we do get to touch two different sides.
Yeah, I dabble. I enjoy poetry. I enjoy writing poetry. I enjoy doing spoken word. But you, my friend, are a true, absolute poet that is in your soul.
This is true, even when I don't want it to be, right? And so with that being said, I would love to hear just your thoughts and your input on worry.
Yeah.
Just
so worry. So let's break what worry is. Worry is simply fear. It's a fearful thought about the future. And you can even break that down. It's a what if thought that ends in a negative consequence about the future. Whether the future is right now. So right now, that immediate, right? That's the future.
Right.
That's the future. Or it can be the future tomorrow, a week, a year, 10 years. So whenever we have a fearful thought about the future that ends in a negative consequence, that's what causes worry. That's worry. And then that's when it starts to escalate to where we go into anxiety, right? And then if it continues to escalate, I should say anxiety symptoms. And then if it continues to escalate, then we start to get into anxiety disorders. So if I'm going to try to make this a little funny, just I don't know why this popped into my head.
Okay.
But let's say HB, you decide to go out on a date with whomever. And prior to that date, and it can be a date with your sister. It can be, just you guys are dressing up, you're out and about. And prior to that date, you ate beans.
Okay. Beans happen.
Beans happen. And so now you're out on this beautiful date with your sister. There's a whole bunch of other folks around who you're doing some formal interactions with. Okay. And you have these fearful thoughts that the beans might activate.
They may win at the wrong time.
Right. And that's worry. It's a simplistic definition of what can happen, but that's worry. Then you have things that are a lot more serious.
Confidential conversation. First
Say it again.
I thought that was a confidential conversation. We'll talk about that later. Okay.
We did not talk about beans. We did not talk about
my beans business in the street.
But so worry. So when we talk about, going back to some of the examples that you mentioned, when we talk about worry about this pandemic, and are other people taking the same safety measures? So if I were to go, when I try not to because I hate grocery shopping, but when I do go to the grocery, that's a whole other thing. When I do go to the grocery store, now I have to have concerns and thoughts about other people who are at the grocery store.
Right.
This can that I'm picking up, did somebody else? And I don't have these thoughts all the way through the grocery store. It's more if I'm getting too close to somebody. But for example's sake, this can that I've picked up. Oh, wait, no, I don't think I want this. And I put it back. Did somebody else do that? Right. Oh, what if, that's the start of that worried thought. What if somebody else picked up this can, put it back, and they were positive for COVID? and they'd sneezed in their hands. I mean, this is getting, far in, but that's worry.
I mean, that's how it works, though.
That's how it works. And oftentimes, people aren't aware that we're having these automatic thoughts.
Right.
And so what most times people will recognize is whatever type of physiological thing that's going on inside of them. Sometimes it's our heart just beating a little bit faster, right? And it's like, I do not like to be late.
Right.
I do not like to be late.
Right.
HB, when you used to have the home-based things, when I would show up, I would typically be one, if not the first person there, because I like to sit in the front. I don't want to be late. I have to have this place where I want to be. So if I felt that I was going to run behind, I get these thoughts. What if I don't get the seat that I want? And so heart starts to go a little bit, right? I'm in traffic, like, y'all better get out the way. That's worry.
Right.
And it's natural and it's human. It's a human emotion. We're all going to experience worry at some point in our life. The challenge is allowing that worry to then start to impede our functioning. And that's when it starts to go into an anxiety or an anxiety disorder. So what can we do? I start to notice. So I'm going to use the example of going to home base when you were having open mics. I'm going to notice that, my heart is starting to race a little bit. Why is this?
Right.
Oh, because I don't want to be late. Well, what happens if I'm late? Oh, I'm not going to get the seat that I want. Well, is that really a big deal?
Right. Right.
Is that going to cause me, it's going to cause me discomfort because now maybe there's somebody who's tall sitting in front of me, right? So I don't get to see. But in the big scheme of things, is that going to negatively influence my life? So I can go through all that thinking, change my thought, and then notice that my heart doesn't race. It's not beating as fast because I've changed the cognition. I've changed the thought, and I no longer have this, what if I'm late? Then I don't get a good seat. Then somebody who's tall is in front of me. Then I'm not able to see. And if I can't see the person's mouth moving, then I don't process very well. Then I'm not really understanding the poem that's being said, and blah, 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 and blah. And it just continues to go.
And that's how it spirals, And I've been there. I've done it. I've talked to folks and like, whoa, slow down. How did you get all the way there in that place? One of the things that you just said that is so significant for me and maybe others is that this worry occurs, these thoughts occur, then your heart starts. So heart starts beating fast and the thoughts create an actual physical response in the body. That is huge.
And we talked about it before as to the reasons why.
Yep.
So I use this example all the time. You go to the zoo, HB, you decide to take Ella and Quattro to the zoo. You guys go to the zoo. You go to the bear enclosure. There's a big, thick glass wall. I can kind of get it. There we go. Big, thick glass wall between you and the bear. All is fine. You're looking at the palms of the bear. You're like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. And the teeth are, oh my gosh, they're so big. And you're fine. There's nothing going on. You don't even have the thought of, what if this glass wall were to break? But it does. So the glass wall shatters immediately. You don't even have time to understand or to process what your thought is. It's an automatic thought. Your body and your brain immediately is flooded with all these hormones, so you can run faster than you would normally run.
I'm gone.
But if the bear comes at you, you're going to fight harder than you normally fight, or freeze longer than you would normally freeze. But you're probably going to grab your kids and you're going to have so much strength because of all these hormones flooding in your body that you're going to be able to pick them up and run. Absolutely. The bear gets scared. The bear goes the other way. Everybody's safe. Everything's fine. That's how we're created. And then these hormones over time, not a lot of time, but start to dissipate. Your breathing goes back to normal. Your hands are no longer sweaty and all is well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, that's how we're created. That's how our body works. That's how our brain works. And that's what keeps us safe when there's an actual danger. When we have these what if thoughts that are negative about the future, our brain, doesn't know the difference between a perceived threat and a real threat. So if somebody has a gun in your face, what if they shoot me? That's a real threat.
Right.
Your sympathetic nervous system, that fight, flight, freeze system, better engage, right? This might be the time to freeze. I don't know, right? Might be time to run. I don't know. But if you have that what if thought, what if I fart because I ate beans?
Ain't nobody gonna die.
Right. Why is my heart racing? Why are my hands getting sweaty?
Right.
You know, what if I am doing a presentation and people think I look funny?
Right.
I'm gonna look funny. Right. And these are the things where we see people who do have these fears that we call irrational fear, and they have worry, but that's getting more into the disorders.
And
so how to control worry. I'm sorry, HB.
No, I was just gonna say, just to kind of wrap it up as we look at time.
Oh gosh. We are 2 minutes over. I am so sorry. So just real quick. So how to control worry is be mindful of your thoughts, reframe those thoughts to help control the worry.
There you go. Family, be careful, because some of this stuff we do to ourselves. It don't matter if somebody think you look funny, if you look weird, if you fart a little bit, right? These little things, so many little things just don't matter. And please know that when you worry, it's like you experience it twice if it does happen.
Yeah. And let me interrupt you just real quick, HB, before you do your final thing, is that tonight we did give a lot of tips and tools, but do remember that this is educational only. This is not therapy. So if you're finding that you're having difficulties with worry or anxiety, please do seek professional help. You can reach out to HB or myself. We can give you some referrals. I am not currently taking on new patients. I'm full during the day with active duty military. But I can refer you to some pretty good folks. So, okay.
And I'm not qualified to help, but I will get you to someone who could, without a doubt. Thank you for that, family. We appreciate you all. Hopefully this quick few minutes have been helpful to you. And you got some good information that you could take along with you. We are warriors. We are soldiers in a beautiful struggle, in a beautiful fight. We're in a pinnacle time in history, and we all got to play our part to help move this agenda forward so we can stay in it, we can stay focused, and we don't burn out. That's why we do the nightly decompressions. And we keep hearing that they're very helpful. Go to my Facebook page, check it out there. Go to my YouTube, check it out there, Harold HB Branch. I need to get 100 followers so I can get a shorter link so I can send it to people. So check it out. I got 6 right now. So I did just make it though. But that ain't the point. Yay. All the videos are recorded on there. So go check that out as well. And know that this Sunday we will be having an event from 2 to 4. The information is all out there. And it's going to be not one psychologist, but Dr. Angela. 4 psychologists are going to be plugged in. Dr. Evelyn Burrell is putting this whole thing together. She is phenomenal. Actually helped me with my book in the past. She's just an amazing person. All right. All that stuff was announcements, and it doesn't count towards our time.
Oh, we got to go, HB. We are not being respectful of people's times. I took up 2 minutes extra. Now you're taking 2 minutes.
All right. Be warriors. Fight. But you also got to know how to heal. We love you, and we'll be back tomorrow night.
Bye.
Don't worry, be happy.